situated about 8 miles west of New York City at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Washington football team and the New York Jets. A pair of 3-0 teams set to lock horns for the right to remain unbeaten. And we're off in Week 4. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. And he'll maybe get it back to the 25 here on the first play, but no more than that. Call it no gain on the game's first play, and it's second down now.
2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Washington first down.
Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. 1st and 10 right at the 20. And he'll give it here to his running back. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second.
Taken down at the 17-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
They'll set up a throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete.
The pass.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Call it a gain of 5. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line.
There on the tackle.
4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
7-yard line.
1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
They'll try to run this one in. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. A 5-yard loss there is going to bring up 4th down. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And it's 3-0 Washington. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
He's crossing. He's checking crowd. Shit. Tight door. Check.
And they give this time to the tailback. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 38-yard line.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to be stopped close to the first down marker at 1. Washington's 12-yard line. 31.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
I think I heard
scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He finds Corey Davis. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 10 yards is the pickup. Good enough for a Jet first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Just like that.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And that's incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Like 22, he's coming, 22.
A handoff as they run the counter play. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot.
And that big gain may just change the thought process here on 4th down. I think in the red zone, they might now consider going for it on 4th down.
And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And the Jets are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Jets have taken the lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Aldrich Rosa set to kick off.
Rosas now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But you also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
And it's 3rd down.
They'll look to throw. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
To number 81.
12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost getting into a ball sometimes.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So danger averted for the moment, but now here's a 3rd and long. They'll look to throw here. They'll roll him out right. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
56.
His throw caught right around the 6. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
5-yard line.
Call that a very strong gain of 24. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he's gonna take it in for a Jets touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Jets are gonna add on to their lead. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game.
That's the score, Jets 14, Washington 3.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 24-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Let's go. Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Washington on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. They'll set up to throw. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play.
1st down.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And some room to work. And deep he goes into Jets territory before being taken down. A huge play there for Washington. 48 yards. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
I know he might be a little winded after that previous long run, but now you're in goal-to-goal situation. That changes what you do defensively, and it worked for them on that play.
Maybe trying to reward him after that long run. We'll see if they go back to him again on the ground. This is caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line.
Number 36.
Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal. They'll go with the keeper. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. So he gets absolutely nothing out of that sneak, and now it's 4th down. Well, let's see what they do. They're knocking on the door here in the second quarter. And you know what you look at on your play sheet? Your 2-point conversion plays, because you've drawn up a number of them in today's football. You don't just have 1 or 2 for the game. You have more like 6 or 7. Which one do you like here? Because that's essentially what you're going for right now. That spot of the field, call one of those and go get 6. Now this time he'll look to throw. And my goodness, this is incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Jets are going to get the football back.
Play is a turnover on downs.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And now their defense came through with the goal line stand, got them the ball back. See what they can do about putting a drive together. Long way to go.
They need to reward that defense. A goal line stand, they've got to make that stand up themselves, right? Give the defense a chance to catch their breath on the sidelines. At least get 2 first downs. 3 would be better. Change field position. Let them catch their breath.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. But he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
Now a man open down the middle of the field and way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach. The best receivers we know always tease their quarterbacks. Say, hey, no matter what you do, you cannot overthrow me. Well, guess what? That's exactly what happened on that play. Normally, they time it up pretty well, but on that one, he just overshot him.
Now they try the right side here. And he's dropped right at the 40. A gain of 3.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
An extra man in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down.
22, Mark 22. And we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving. Mike 22 is coming.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet first down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Steps away to his left. Now he'll let it go deep left side. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
Mark 22, Mark 20. Mark 22, he's coming, 22's coming, Mark. Watch twist.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Uncorks one for David. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5.
Like 22, he's coming, 22's coming.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
It's now 3rd and goal.
This drive started way back inside their own 5. Now they're looking for the capper. 3rd and goal.
22, Mark 22. You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid.
Now this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Picked off inside the 5. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick 6 for a Washington touchdown. So they had a good drive going, a chance to build on this first half lead, but now you kind of feel like we got a new ball game.
And you wonder what the discussion will be now at halftime, because I think we were headed towards 1. Now it's a different discussion altogether. One side optimistically, the other side wondering what could have been.
And this is off the crossbar, but it manages to hurdle its way over. Pretty fortunate there. So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. Cooper on the return. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach, because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all. And now they're looking at 3rd down here. They'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
But you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those. But the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
Here's Tressway now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Yeah, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now a handoff looking right. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
They try and run on first down, but to no avail. Tackled for a 2-yard loss in the backfield.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Back 22, back 22.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. And he hits the tight end. It's Davis. 12 yards is the pickup there, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion, but I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Rolling to his left. He'll air this. This is caught inside the 15. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A gain of 37. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
That's out to the left flat and complete. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9. Here as he's taken down. Well, this has been a pretty sizable drive. They've had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough of that. Okay, they've moved the ball well. We need to force the issue from our end, and that's exactly what he did.
And this one is right down the middle. And that moves them up by a touchdown now at 17-10. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive. But they stiffened when they got close to the goal line. Made them kick a field goal for the offense. 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Jet touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Rosas to add the extra point. And the lead is up to 14.
Good. Makes the score Jets 24, Washington 10. Set to kick off.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And no return from Cooper. Out it'll go to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. After the pick six, they go right back to the air. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 39. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Jet touchdown.
Aldrich Rosas lining up for.
So that is 2 pick sixes he's thrown in this football game. Now, you take those away, Charles, it's a completely different situation.
It totally is, but guess what? They have to deal with what they have now, okay? So they can't just mentally go, well, if we hadn't thrown those pick sixes, we'd be okay. Here's where you are. Here's where you're going to battle. But guess what? They're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
23-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Second and 13. He'll buy some time right. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected?
And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. A great effort there. Taking it in. And the Jets capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Makes the score Jets 38, Washington 10.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And able to get this out to the 25.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out out there setting ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Justin Reed, the safety, made the tackle.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
It's a gain of 25 yards.
He'll drop to throw. And that'll be incomplete.
The pass intended for number 36. Incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Rolling to his right. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw again. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 16. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
I got him. Mike 56, Mike 56. Tighten up. Pull together. 70 range.
Now back to throw. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. And give credit to Reuben Foster, the linebacker, getting a hand in to disrupt. The Jets on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 8. Steps away. Uncorks one for Davis. Oh, wide open, complete. And he is finally out of bounds, but not before taking it down inside the 30. It's a big play there for the Jets on 3rd down, and even 50 yards. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
From the 3, 2nd and a yard. And a give this time to the tailback. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. They give them 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. taking it in from a yard out. And this offense is running away with this one. They seemingly just continue to score at will. And as great as it's been for the offense, you got to feel for that defense down there.
And I love how you use the word will, because both teams came into the game with the will to win. But one team has obviously imposed its will on the other and broken them. Because what we're seeing right now, wow, that's a defense that's in tatters after what they faced in this ball game.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
And not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one, because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the fourth. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the... And now here is another interception. Picked off around the 37, and they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. And coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive.
56 to Mike, boys, 56.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Buying time to his left. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give them 14 on that one and a first down. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. He was 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
Now they'll try the jet sweep here. Showed off the footwork, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6.
The tackle made.
Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Now 3rd.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
The Jets on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5.
56 is the mic. You don't want none. You don't get it. Pick up the ball. Mike's 56. Mike's 56. 7 Byron. 56. Mike 56. It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And it's caught. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or 2 short. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out as his guys continue to pour it on. As that lead just swells and swells. Look, this has been dominance in all 3 phases, offense, defense, and special teams.
So don't we have to give a lot of credit, not just to what we've seen today, but the preparation in advance, coaching staff, commitment by the players to the game plan, and being ready to go in this one, you're exactly right. Clean sweep. And, boy, they're going to celebrate this one after it's over.
And on the other side, this is the game film you just flush and never go back and review. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. His throw incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up fourth down.
3 plays and out.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39.
He's brought down
a gain of 3, second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
He was looking for Nick Boyle that time, and that'll make it third down.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. They always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back.
And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Justin Reed. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
34-yard line.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Sliding out of the pocket. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
56. 56. Drop deep, drop deep. 56, the mic, boys. 56. Check.
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down. Looking to throw. This will be caught at about the 5.
And the Jets are going to have a first and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on first and goal.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
We're starting to really smell a 4-0 start right now. You can't ask for a better first quarter of the season than that.
And you're not supposed to look ahead, but guess what?
You're going to?
They have to, because when you get to if you get to 4-0, you're not just thinking playoffs now. You're thinking about, okay, this team has the capabilities of winning a Super Bowl. They could very well be the best team in the NFL at this moment.
I think they played the best. I mean, there have been a few hiccups offensively and defensively, but probably the best team we've seen, right?
And has the ability to get better.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts
as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this third down.
Back to throw here. He's going to let it fly.
And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 47. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
Intercepted. The Jets take over first and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. The first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Intended for number 81. Incomplete. It leads to second and 10.
Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more, little insult to injury here late in the game. This from 54 yards away. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew